A very good day to Dr. Zahira. My name is Kasthuri Balmarkan with patent number B0324109000. So today my groupmates and I will be presenting about bandwidth management for Lalamove, DHL or Ninja. This is about presentation 2. So I'll be explaining on the company profile. So our company is named Netlink Tech Consultancy, also known as NTC. So NTC is an IT consulting firm founded in 2022, based in Kuala Lumpur, specializing in network and cybersecurity solutions. So the core services include network design, QoS configuration, firewall and VPN setup, and also network monitoring using advanced tools. It is focused on logistics and transportation sectors, supporting the real-time operations for clients like DHL and Lalamove. Netlink Tech Consultancy also ensures compliance with PDPA and MCMC regulations, enhancing data security and minimizing downtime. So this is our company organization chart. Consists of project sponsor, which is Mr. Aaron Chris, project manager, which is Ms. SHASHWINI, operations manager, which is Mr. DEENESHWARAN, network engineer, which is Mr. KAVINESH, customer service, Ms. KASTHURI. So under project manager, there is project staff. Under operations manager, there is logistics staffs. Network engineer is IT technicians, and support staff falls under customer service. So this is my company logical topology. So the purpose is to show how different networks components interact logically to provide secure and optimized connectivity. The flow starts from internet, firewall, router, switch, load balancer, and also internal applications. So I'll be explaining each functions for whatever I said. The first one is firewall, so it protects the network by filtering traffic and enforcing security policies. Router direct traffic between internal and external network and manages VPN connections. The switch segments internal traffic into VLANs for better performance and also security. The load balancer distributes application traffic evenly to prevent overload and ensure high availability. Monitoring tools like SolarWinds and PRTG is connected to the router and switch for real-time monitoring, bandwidth analysis, and also alerting. So the key features are centralized security and traffic control, logical separation of monitoring tools for visibility, supports QoS and compliance with PDPA or MCMC. So moving on to the next part, which is physical topology. So the purpose of physical topology is represent the actual placement and connectivity of devices in the network. So the layout would be internet to firewall, from firewall to rack to router, router to branches, which is DHL, Lalamove, and Ninja. So the firewall is installed at the network edge in the HQ rack for centralized protection. The router is located in HQ, which connects branches via secure VPN tunnels. The rack acts as houses core networking equipment for easy management and maintenance. The branches each branch connects physically to the HQ router for centralized control. SolarWinds is installed at HQ for monitoring all devices and links. So that is all from me. The next part will be continued by the following presenter. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is KAVINESH and my matrix number is B0324106665, and I'll continue by explaining about our internal stakeholders. And first and foremost, we have Mr. Aaron Chris, who is our project sponsor, followed by Ms. SHASHWINI, who is our project manager, and me myself, KAVINESH, who I am the network engineer for the project. And we have Mr. DEENESHWARAN there, who's the head of operations, Ms. KASTHURI, customer service department, and our finance team. So they are in charge of finance. So I'll continue by explaining about the roles and responsibility of each stakeholders. So for approving budget, set strategic direction, and ensure project aligns with our business goals will be the roles and responsibility of the project sponsor. So as for the project manager, is to lead planning, execution, communication, and overall project coordination. And next is our operations manager, who oversees our logistics processes and also ensures network support, real-time delivery tracking. And my responsibility as a network engineer is to configure routers and switches, set QoS, and manage bandwidth monitoring tools. So following with our customer service head, her responsibility will be to manage our CRM systems and ensure real-time customer support and serviceability. And last, our finance department is to handle the finance of the project. So next will be our external stakeholders. We have a few here. First and foremost, our ISP, Internet Service Provider. So these stakeholders are there to ensure stable internet connectivity and also to provide failover support and QoS support. So this is very critical for uptime across all the branches we have. And next we have our hardware suppliers. So they will be providing us with the hardware things as routers, switches, firewalls, load balancers, and a lot more. So this stakeholder is to ensure hardware compatibility, and also they have to follow our very strict delivery schedule. And next we have our software vendors. They provide us with all the software we need, such as SolarWinds, PRTG, and all the licenses, and offer the support after sales. So next we have our regulatory bodies as such as MCMC, PDPA, and CSM. So they are there to enforce network and communication standards. So they will be governing data protection, privacy compliance, as well as provide the frameworks for best practices as well. And the last but not least, we have our competitors. This is to maintain a high network uptime by pushing DHL, Lalamove, and Ninja. So we also have to influence the importance of securing logistic operations. And next we have our RACI matrix. So RACI stands for responsible, that who does the work, A, accountable, who owns the task, C, consulted, who provides the input, and I is informed, who is kept informed in the loop. So we have a few tasks here, such as network architecture design, router and switch configuration, firewall config, IDS, IPS implementation, monitoring of system deployment, compliance of documentation, and quality assurance, quality control, budgeting, and procurement, final testing and optimization, and handover of documentation. As you can see, at the top bar there, we have our project manager, SHASHWINI, network engineer, which is me. We also have our operations manager, Dinesh, our customer service head, finance team, and our project sponsor. So in this table, we can see who owns the task, such as, let's say, I'll give you an example for network architecture design. Who owns the task is a project manager. So we have A here, who does the work. I do the work for the network architecture design, so I'll be doing the work for the network architecture. So who provides the input will be our operations manager, who is DEENESHWARAN, and who is kept informed is our customer service head, finance team, and project sponsor. Same goes for every other task and deliverable in the table. So for the next part will be our configuration plan. We have a few here as well. First and foremost, our quality of service QoS is to define traffic classes for real-time tracking system. And also delivery communication system, as well as CRM system. They are also there to apply rate limiting and priority queue use. So we must also be enable traffic shaping and bandwidth allocation per department. Next, we have our VLAN segmentation. So this is there to create VLANs for our operations, delivery and GPS tracking, customer service, management, admin, our inter VLAN routing, which is on layer 3 devices, the switch and router, and to apply ACLs between VLANs to enforce least privilege access. And the last one will be our firewall rules configuration. So we have to define our inbound and outbound access control policies. This is to enable our packet filtering, application control, threat prevention, such as DOS and anti-malware. We also will block unused ports and protocols. So this is that we also have to configure secure VPN tunnels from branch-to-branch connectivity. And following with IDS and IPS configuration, this is there to integrate with our router, firewall, span, and tap ports to receive mirrored traffic. So we will be applying custom rules for port scanning detection, SYN flood, ICMP flood attacks, as well as brute force detection and anomalies protocol behavior. The last one will be our monitoring tools configuration. We will be adding critical devices such as our routers, switches, firewall, load balancers, and IDS IPS to the configuration tools for monitoring. So this dashboard will be able to view our bandwidth utilization, uptime monitoring, and security alerts. So the last one for me will be our deployment setup. It's a very simple setup. First, we have our router switch setup, followed by our firewall deployment. After we have completed our firewall deployment, we will continue by having our IDS, IPS installation and integration to our system, as well as monitoring tools setup such as SolarWinds and PRTG. And the last one will be our full system testing and optimization. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Shashwini Ravi with my take number B0324106676. I will be continuing by presenting few topics, and the first one is compliance document. There are total 4 compliance documents, and the first one is Personal Data Protection Act 2010. These compliance we implement by using VLAN to isolate customer data, by enforcing access control policies, by applying encryption through VPN tunnels, and also by logging access attempts for auditability. Second, NCMC guidelines. This compliance is maintained by monitoring network usage, by ensuring secure communication channels, by meeting minimum cybersecurity standard, by maintaining uptime and reliable communication. Third, a cybersecurity militia framework. This compliance implied through IDS and IPS implementation, where this IDS and IPS is act as real-time threat monitoring, vulnerability identification, and also documenting and reporting controls. Last, internal compliance, where this compliance is implemented by SOP for configuration tasks, QA process, where we implement PDCA, QC inspection, where we implement DMAIC, and also evidence of monitoring logs and alert. Next topic will be monitoring implemented. We implement the monitoring phase by deployment of network monitoring tools, where the SolarWinds and PRTG are used for real-time traffic analysis, bandwidth utilization tracking, alerting for anomalies such as unusual spike, latency issues, also log collection for auditing and compliance. Second, integration with IDS and IPS. IDS and IPS system monitor the suspicious traffic patterns, port scanning attempt, protocol misuse, and also the alerts are sent to dashboard for quick response. Continuous performance metric. Uptime, latency, throughput, and failover check are monitored. Dashboard provide visual as indicate for quick decision making. Automate notification. Predefine the trigger alerts for bandwidth conjunctions or security breaches. Well, this will help reduce human error and speed up incident response. Next topic will be process control implemented. We implement the process control we implement the DMAIC. D stands for define. We define the issues. We identify issues such as firewall misconfiguration. M stands for measure. Measure, we collect data from logs and also monitoring tools. A stands for analyze. We will find root cause of performance or security gap. I stand for improve. We optimize firewall rules and IDS signatures or QoS settings. C stands for control. We regular audit and automate alerts to maintain standard. Next one is PDCA. P stands for plan, where the SOP for configuration. We plan the SOP for configuration, training IT staff, and setting security goals. D stands for do. We implement QoS, VLAN segmentation, firewall rules, and IPS. C stands for check. We check audit logs, dashboard, and performance report. A stands for hack. Act by we apply corrective measures such as returning policies updates. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Doctor. I would like to introduce myself. My name is DEENESHWARAN, son of Ramu. My matrix number is B0324100975. For my part, I would like to explain about the baseline security assessment and risk analysis. So now we are going to see what is the purpose of the baseline security assessment. Baseline security assessment is the process of evaluating the current security posture of the network before the system is fully deployed. It helps us understand how secure the network is at the initial stage. So the main purpose of this assessment is to identify existing security weakness, understand current threats, and also the vulnerabilities, and establish a reference point of future security improvements. So, in the terms of scope, the assessment covers the entire network infrastructure, including routers, switches, and firewall. It also evaluates VLAN segmentation and access control to ensure proper isolation between departments. In addition, monitoring tools and IDS and IPS deployment are assessed to confirm that threats can be detected and responded to in real time. Finally, data protection mechanisms are reviewed to ensure that logistic and customer data remain secure in daily operations. So the next slide will be the current security baseline. So in this slide, I will like to explain about the existing security controls identified and also the baseline findings. Okay, first, VLAN-based network segmentation is implemented to separate different departments and reduce unauthorized access. Firewall rules are configured to control inbound and outbound traffic, ensuring only permitted communication is allowed. And then VPN tunnels are used for secure branch-to-branch communication, protecting data, and also the transmitted across public networks. In addition, network monitoring tools such as SolarWinds and PRTG are deployed to monitor bandwidth usage performance and also the detect anomalies. And the third point will be the IDS and IPS. These systems are also implemented to detect and prevent malicious activities such as spot scanning and also intrusion attempts. Based on the baseline findings and also core security mechanism are present and monitoring with alerting is enabled. However, the overall security effectiveness depends heavily on correct configuration and also continuous management of these controls. So the next will be the threat identification. For these threats, all these threats are maybe like the potential threat. So the first is the unauthorized access to internet network. This occurs when attackers or unauthorized users gain access to the internet network due to weak authentication or poor access control and also the misconfigured firewall rules. It can allow attackers to view, modify, or steal sensitive logistic and customer data. The second point will be the distributed denial of service known as the DDoS attack. DDoS attacks flood the network or servers with the excessive traffic, causing systems to slow down or become unavailable. In logistic operations, this can disrupt real-time tracking system and also the delay delivery services. Third is malware and ransomware attacks. Malware can infect systems through malicious downloads or phishing attacks, while ransomware encrypts critical data and demands payment. This attack can lead to data loss, system downtime, and also financial impact on the company. Next threat is the data interception during branch communication. Without a proper encryption, data transmitted between branches can be intercepted by attackers. This may expose sensitive information such as delivery details, customer data, and internal system credentials. And the final threat is the insider threats due to misconfigured access rights. Insider threats occur when employees have excessive or unnecessary access privileges. Misconfigured access rights can allow accidental data leaks or intentional misuse of sensitive system and information. The next slide will be the risk analysis, risk metrics. This slide presents the risk analysis using the likelihood multiplied by the impact method. Likelihood refers to how often a threat is expected to occur, and while impact measures the severity of damage due to business operation if the threat happens. Based on this analysis, DDoS attacks are classified as a critical risk because they have a high likelihood of occurrence and can cause severe disruption to real-time logistic and tracking system. Unauthorized access and data breaches are rated as the high risk due to their potential to expose sensitive customer and operational data, even though their likelihood is moderate. Next is bandwidth. Bandwidth abuse is also considered a high risk because excessive usage can impact critical systems such as delivery tracking and customer service platform. Malware infections are categorized as medium risk as they occur moderately and have a manageable impact when proper security controls are in place. This risk matrix helps prioritize to the security controls by focusing first on critical and high risk threats. And the risk analysis ensures security resources are prioritized based on business impact. Now I'm going to explain about the risk impact on business operations. This slide explains how security risk can impact business operation. First, network downtime can directly affect the real-time delivery tracking systems and also making it difficult to monitor shipments accurately. This can lead to delays in logistic operation and reduced operational efficiency. Security incidents may also result in loss of customer trust, especially from major clients such as DHL, Lalamove, and Ninjaman, who rely on high availability and secure system. In addition, data breaches can lead to regulatory non-compliance with PDPA and also resulting in legal consequences and penalties. This disruption may cause financial losses due to services and also service downtime and recovery costs. Critical system and risks include real-time tracking system, customer service platform, and also the internal logistic databases, all of which are essential for daily operation. Next is risk mitigation measures. This slide focuses on the measures implemented to reduce and manage identified risk. First, firewall. Firewall access control policies are enforced to restrict unauthorized traffic, and also while VLAN segmentation is used to isolate network areas and minimize the attack surface. Next is IDS and IPS systems. These systems are configured to detect and prevent suspicious activities such as DDoS attack and also the intrusion attempts. Third is VPN encryption. VPN encryption is applied to protect data during branch-to-branch communication. Next is continuous monitoring using SolarWinds and PRTG provides real-time alerts and also allowing quick response to security incidents. And the last one will be the regular audits. Regular audits and configuration reviews are conducted to ensure security controls and remain effective. Next is the baseline security assessment outcome. In this slide, I would like to summarize the overall outcome for the baseline security assessment. Based on the assessment results, the overall network security posture is evaluated as a moderate to strong. This indicates that essential security controls such as firewalls, VLAN segmentation, IDS, IPS, VPN, and also monitoring tools are properly implemented. During the assessment, several high-risk areas were identified, including potential DDoS threats, unauthorized access, and data exposure risks. These risks were addressed through appropriate mitigation measures such as firewall hardening, IDS, IPS, rule configuration, and access control enforcement. The deployment of IDS and IPS system, together with continuous monitoring using SolarWinds and also PRTG, significantly reduces security threats by enabling early detection, alerting, and rapid response to incidents. Overall, the baseline security assessment will be provide a strong foundation for secure network deployment, and it also will be the supports continuous risk monitoring and ongoing security improvement, ensuring the network remains resilient, reliable, and compliant with PDPA and MCMC regulations. And that's all from me. Thank you.